Twilight Sparkle. We are investigating a crime, and we would like to ask permission to enter your caverns to search. So, can we come in? Maybe? Please?
No.
Move aside, Twilight. One must allow a lady to handle a situation with such a fine, gentle colt. Dog, whatever. Ahem, dearest, dog, we would be ever so grateful if you would allow us entry.
No.
Oh, come now. Surely we can work things out. If you get my drift.
No.
No? Is that it? You're quite sure?
Yes.
Well, I never! You shall stand aside, my good dog, right this instant!
No.
You, sir, are a ruffian and a cur, and I have half a mind to fight whoever is responsible for such a clearly insufficient upbringing and rearing and give that individual a rather significant piece of my mind. Are we quite clear on this matter?
Yes.
And furthermore, I dare say that I might just report this behavior to, whichever officials are tasked with regulating this sort of thing, because let me tell you!
What in the seventh dog stands is this ridiculous? No! Not you! What are you here for?
You!
If I could interject for just a little bit. Sheesh. I see those two get along about as well as they did before. Now, if we're all done being little kids, Mr. Dog? My name is Twilight Sparkle. I'm investigating a crime that happened last night, and I have reason to suspect that someone from here might be involved. Could we take a look around your, caverns?
No.
No?
No.
I guess now we know who trains the guards around here. Mr. Dog, if you don't let us in, then I'm going to have to...
I wouldn't do that, pony.
Excuse me?
You do not have warrant. No warrant, no entry. You enter, you trespass.
When in Equestria did the Diamond Dogs get all weird?
I'm afraid they are... right. Much as it pains me to admit that. Things have changed between ponies and dogs since we made... first contact, I suppose you could call it.
Why am I always the last to know this sort of thing?
You see, we have a bit of an agreement. They abide by our laws, and we leave them alone. Which means that I'm afraid we indeed cannot simply barge in like hooligans. Much as I would like to.
Okay, and how do we get around this exactly?
A warrant, my dear. Like you said, if we show the mayor reason for suspicion, then she can issue a search warrant to allow us entry. Simple, really.
Simple, right. Famous last words, Rarity. Alright, well, don't go anywhere. We'll be back.
Really? I'm not moving anywhere. Unlike you. You go away now. Good riddance.
Alright, well, the mayor's going to be working at Town Hall this time of day, so back to Town Square. Nowhere else to go right now.
Twilight, my dear, what is it? We need to speak to the mayor, do we not?
Well, yes, I just wanted to see if you had thought of a better idea. Forget it. Let's just head to Town Hall. The mayor looks like she's in the middle of some important work. I'll wait until she's done.
Yes, I think our budget can manage if we're more efficient in this area, allowing us to free up enough bits from those savings. I really have to make sure the catering service is on time this time. We can't have a repeat of last year's debacle. Yes, that should do it. Planning birthdays is hard work. I do hope Mother appreciates all this.
Silly me. I was thinking of a different mayor who actually takes responsibility seriously.
Oh, Twilight Sparkle. I didn't hear you come in. Can I help you with anything? Our old equestrian flag. Put in place over 1,000 years ago to celebrate our two reigning princesses. Although, until Princess Luna returned, I never did understand the second half of the flag. I always thought that perhaps Princess Celestia had dunked herself in blackberry jam or something like that. I hear that's the newest rage among the young ponies, after all.
I don't even know how one would respond to that, so I won't. A comprehensive equestrian history, equestrian law, advanced mathematics on the nature of existence. Wow, Mayor, I'm impressed. This is some heavy reading.
Why, thank you, Twilight.
Which did you read last? Wow, I remember all of these books.
Oh, I have never read them. I just thought they looked nice.
Right, of course you did.
What do you girls think? I just commissioned some ponies to come up with a flag for Ponyville, and there you have it. Doesn't it look wonderful? Can you just feel the majestic history emanating from it?
Well, the green on red is a bit festive, and the outline is a bit plain, wouldn't you say? I mean, the interior is interesting enough, perhaps, but all this green, darling, it's just empty space. Unused empty space.
I paid a fortune's worth of bits to that artistic team.
Oh, well, it's nice.
So many bits.
I think we should change the subject before she goes catatonic on us. Mayor, we need your help with something. We have reason to suspect that the Diamond Dogs were involved with the crime against Rarity last night, and we need a search warrant to let us search their caverns. Did I do that right?
Twilight, to begin, what evidence do you have that this is the case?
Well, a ripped stool in the Carousel Boutique and trampled grass outside the Carousel Boutique.
And this implicates the Diamond Dogs. How?
I guess it doesn't really, does it? Sheesh. I liked the mayor back when she seemed incompetent.
Even if you had evidence, Twilight, that brings us to the second point. You aren't acting in any official capacity. I can't very well just give a search warrant to any ordinary citizen.
But we don't have any pony like that.
Well, yes. Hence the reason why we're bringing in a team from Canterlot. Honestly, Twilight, it would do you some good to pay attention.
Well, we can address the issue that I'm not an investigator later. Right now, we need to fix the evidence problem. Because she's right. I don't have solid evidence that would cast suspicion on the Diamond Dogs.
I don't believe there was much else around the boutique. Perhaps we should go back to the cavern entrance and see if we can find anything there?
No better ideas over here. Let's go.
Oh, Twilight! That reminds me. I heard some rather wonderful news from the investigative team in Canterlot.
Oh, really? Were they delayed? Please say they were delayed. I need more time!
I'm pleased to report that they wrapped up their current case earlier than expected, and will be here tomorrow instead of a few days' time. Isn't that great?
Oh, tomorrow? That's great! Rarity, let's go, like, right now! We have a case to solve!
Is she alright?
I'm sure she'll be fine. Eventually.
Twilight, forgive my curiosity, but why are you doing all this?
All what, Mare?
Well, taking on this case, of course. I can't say I've ever seen a pony actively want to take on a case like this. Although, I suppose this doesn't happen very often either.
I can't tell her that Scootaloo's the prime suspect, because it's the right thing to do. And I don't think that investigative team is going to get to the bottom of things.
May I ask what you have against them, Twilight? They've only falsely accused Pinkie Pie of 3 crimes so far. Can't they be given a little slack?
Not even gonna dignify that with a response.
Ah, Rarity! I wanted to talk to you.
Whatever is the matter, Mayor?
The Canterlot investigative team will leave the crime scene completely untouched for them to properly conduct their investigation. I just wanted to make it clear that you should not touch anything around your boutique until they're done.
Oh, right, of course. I shall be sure to keep that in mind.
Is there a problem, Rarity?
Ah! Not at all! Don't be silly!
Oh boy. Just don't come by to check, Mare.
Twilight, please. I'm far too busy to talk about that pony.
Well, you don't seem to be getting anywhere, given the state of your trash bin.
Twilight, please.
Well...
Twilight, I don't mean to pry, but I haven't seen Scootaloo in a little while, now that I think about it. Is anything wrong?
What do I say? She's preoccupied with other things?
Other things like what?
Things that make her not here. I imagine they're pretty important.
Well, I hope she shows up soon. I've been getting a little worried.
That was close.
Twilight, please.
Well...
Twilight, please. I'm far too busy to talk about that pony.
Well, you don't seem to be getting anywhere, given the state of your trash bin.
Twilight, please.
Well...
Twilight, please.
Well,
Twilight, I'm very busy right now. I can't be bothered with something like that.
how many birthdays do you have to plan for exactly?
Twilight, I'm very busy right now. I can't be bothered with something like that.
How many birthdays do you have to plan for exactly?
What is this? This is Opal's! I know it's anywhere, Twilight! Oh, my darling Opal! Wherever could you be? Mama's so worried about you, Opal!
Well, I let her have a fainting spell. I'll make a note that this is Opal's. Very interesting finding it here of all places.
Really, my dear, you'd think that the mayor would have a little confidence in you after getting this far. And having already saved Equestria multiple times.
I'm sure she's just doing her job, Rarity. We should be able to find at least something if we look near the cavern entrance, I would imagine.
If you say so, darling. Lead the way. Then let's get back to the mayor.
So, nice, weather we're having, isn't it?
What?
You know, clouds and sunshine and stuff. Weather!
Do you know why this pony is talking to me? No.
Wait a second. This hair definitely isn't that dog's. I feel like I've seen it before. Yep, these two bits of hair definitely look the same. That's almost certainly Opal's hair on a dog's back. Interesting. Well, I think I have about all the evidence I can get to convince the mayor of the Diamond Dog's involvement. I sure hope this works. I should get back to town hall.
Really, my dear, you'd think that the mayor would have a little confidence in you after getting...
I'm sure.
If you say...
Mayor, I hate to say it, but I can't find any decent evidence casting suspicion on the Diamond Dogs for the theft of the True Blue. However, I do have evidence casting suspicion on them for a different crime.
And what would that be?
The True Blue wasn't the only thing stolen last night. Opalescence was also stolen as well. And I have reason to suspect that it was the Diamond Dogs who did it.
This is a serious accusation, Twilight. What evidence do you have?
We found this ribbon, which is Opal's, right outside the Diamond Dog's caverns.
Intriguing. But I'm afraid that this is just not good enough, Twilight.
What?
Come now, Twilight. This could have easily just blown there if it come off on its own. It's not a very heavy material. If you don't have anything that relates directly to the Diamond Dogs, I don't think I can do anything here, I'm afraid.
Okay. I need something else then. Back to the investigation. All right, Mayor. You wanted more evidence? I've got more evidence. We found hair just like this on a diamond dog's back. It's Opal's. It has to be. We know it has to be. We found Opal's ribbon just outside their cavern, too. Don't you think it's at least reasonable to suspect the Diamond Dogs of having a part in Opal's disappearance?
All right, Twilight. I suppose you have a point. I will grant that, by this point in time, you have certainly established reasonable suspicion of the Diamond Dogs. However...
What now?
There is still the issue, Twilight, that you are not an investigator.
Right. That.
Twilight, the team from Canterlot will be here soon enough. Why are you doing all of this?
Because they couldn't solve their way out of a paper bag. This is serious business, and if they get involved and take over, there's no way we'll get to the bottom of this. There must be something you can do.
If I may interject, Mayor? By this time, Twilight has already wrung the truth, to use a base expression, out of several ponies already, and has found and learned a great deal about this case. I had my doubts, but if my word counts for anything around Ponyville, I, for one, now have complete confidence in Twilight Sparkle's investigative abilities.
Well, I suppose if we do not have a police force in Ponyville, that would make me the closest thing Ponyville has to such a thing. It's rather unorthodox, but if you absolutely will not let this go, then I suppose I could use my position as mayor of Ponyville to make you an official Ponyville investigator. Temporarily, at least.
You... really?
Ahem. Twilight Sparkle, by the power vested in me as mayor of Ponyville, I hereby offer you the, temporary of course, position of official Ponyville investigator, and all the responsibilities and duties expected therein. Do you accept this position?
Well, I mean, that is... Oh, to heck with it! Yes, 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 yes! Which is to say, I, accept.
Just don't make me regret this, Twilight.
You won't, Mayor. I promise. All right, Diamond Dogs. Your time is up. Back to the caverns.
Yes, Twilight. I'm aware that you have that. I did give it to you, after all. Or are you saying that you don't need it anymore?
No. Just, making sure you remember giving it to me. Phew, that was close.
Twilight, I'm very busy right now. I can't be bothered with something like that.
How many birthdays do you have to plan for exactly?
Come on, Twilight! Let's show those dogs what we ponies are made of!
We could just show them our new search warrant.
I suppose that could work as well, Twilight. But really, that old thing is so tacky and garish. I could create much more stylish search warrants.
It's a document, not a fashion accessory.